Customization is really at the forefront of a lot of different industries. Why would that be different for ours? Think about customization just in maybe this last year, the past 5 years, or maybe in the past 10 years. Customization is really kind of making itself known up front and center, whether that is when you're going to get your favorite burrito, your favorite coffee drink, maybe it is the subscription boxes that you get in the mail once a month. Today we're going to talk about Fibre Clinix, our most advanced care range from Schwarzkopf Professional, offering truly customizable services for your clients in salon to support the color and cutting services that you're already giving them. So let's break down what we're going to talk about in terms of Fibre Clinix. We want to break down the two different segments, if you will, that exist within Fibre Clinix. We have a range that is strictly for in-salon services, and this range would be a way for a stylist or a colorist to offer a customized service to their client, maybe after a color or before a haircut. Then we're going to break down all of the retail that would go with your clients so that they can protect and get more longevity out of the color investment that they're spending with you today. So let's go ahead and break down how customization is not only just for coffees and food, but how we can make it customizable for our clients behind the chair. Within Fibre Clinix, we have what we would consider our in-salon treatment, or the professional version of Fibre Clinix for use in the salon. So these are going to be customizable treatments that you do for your clients. Maybe you add on the ticket, you make it a part of the color service. However creative you want to be to promote a Fibre Clinix treatment for your clients based on their needs is completely up to you. We've mentioned already that Fibre Clinix can be segmented for in-salon. This is for you, the beauty pro, to customize services for your clients. And then we've got our retail segment. But first, I want to start off by kind of explaining what each of the 5 ranges in Fibre Clinix is and what it does. For the in-salon segment of Fibre Clinix, we have what we call our Tribond. Now, we're starting with our Tribond shampoo. This is the shampoo that you'll use to prepare the hair for the treatment. So this could be the shampoo that you use after you rinse the color or after you rinse the balayage, or the shampoo that you use before the client has a haircut because you're going to do a service. So that's the Tribond shampoo. Next, we have 2 different choices in your treatment base, if you will. We have one for fine hair and we have one for coarse hair. So obviously, if your client has a lot of very dense, thick, frizzy hair, maybe you'll choose the coarse one. If your client has finer hair, maybe you'll choose the mask that will be for finer hair because it's a little bit lighter in its nourishment and it won't weigh the hair down. So those are the important things to remember, that these are the kind of base for your in-salon Fibre Clinix treatment. The shampoo, fine or coarse hair of the mask. Now, let's make this really simple. We have 5 different ranges within the Fibre Clinix booster family. You can see here on the chart on the screen, each of the 5 families. We have Fortify, Vibrancy, Hydrate, Volume, and Tame. So take a second to pause and take a look at the screen. It'll explain what each of those families does and why it's specific to a client's need. Okay, now that you've had a chance to take a look at that chart, maybe take down some notes and think about which one of these would be best for your clients, let's talk about their specific technologies. But before we do that, keep in mind that everything in Fibre Clinix, totally everything, has 2 technologies that make this different as our most advanced care range. The first of those 2 technologies that is incorporated in everything Fibre Clinix is our Tribond technology. You may have heard of this technology from other parts of the Schwarzkopf Professional portfolio. But what is Tribond technology? It is essentially a trivalent ion. It's actually called lanthanum ion. And basically think of this trivalent ion as a molecule that's able to go inside of the hair structure and connect broken bonds together, making the inside of the hair structure much stronger. I think we can all agree that much stronger hair is going to be more manageable, hold on to color better, look shinier, and look healthier. So that is a technology that addresses the inside of the hair structure. But we wanted to include a technology in all of Fibre Clinix that addresses the outside of the hair structure. That is called C21. And what that stands for is the 21 carbon chains that live on the surface of your hair strand. When your hair experiences damage, or the cuticle is raised from an alkaline color surface, or a heat tool, or anything of that nature, you can damage the exterior of your hair on the cuticle layer. The cuticle layer naturally has lipids, or carbon chains that live in and on the surface of your hair to protect the hair. When you color, when you hot tool, when you excessively brush, you could potentially strip these from the hair surface. So C21 mimics the actual 21 carbon chains that make up the protective layer on the surface of your hair. Saying that, we're able to replace those 21 missing carbon chains that protect the surface of the hair. So in all of Fibre Clinix, this is great to have these two technologies in absolutely everything. The Tribond technology that addresses the inside of the hair, and the C21 technology that perfectly addresses the outside of the hair. Now let's get specific. We have our Fortify range. Fortify is a range that would be for hair that has experienced damage, whether it's chemical or mechanical from hot tools or brushing. The care ingredient in the Fortify range is called niacinamide, aka vitamin B3. And basically what that does is it helps to fill in the gaps and nourish the inside and outside of the hair. Again, on top of the Tribond technology and C21. Coming over to the Vibrancy range. The Vibrancy range in Fibre Clinix is specifically for clients who have color-treated hair and want to protect that color-treated hair. Maybe get 90% longer lasting color retention from their color service using the Vibrancy range. So the Vibrancy range technology that is specific to itself is called AHA, or alpha hydroxy acids, a combination of lactic and citric acids. And as we know, acidity or acids will help to tighten the inner hair matrix and close the cuticle, thus giving us better longevity with our color. The middle range that we have here in blue is the Hydrate range. A lot of people's hair needs moisture. Doesn't depend on your texture or color treated or just virgin hair. A lot of people's hair would need moisture. So the active ingredient in the Hydrate range is called squalane. And squalane just really kind of helps to bind moisture in and on the hair surface so that the hair feels softer and is properly moisturized. Second to last, we've got our volume range. This is for clients who maybe have fine or limp hair that want to experience a little volume or a little fullness. The specific technology in the volume range is called phytokines. And these are bioengineered soybean particles that give your hair a little grip or a little grit. And then lastly, is our tame range. This is going to be for clients who maybe do have thicker, coarser, frizzy hair naturally, clients who have wavy hair, but it's not like a nice wave. It seems to kind of expand and frizz out during the day. In the tame range, we use something called ceramides. And ceramides are a lipid chain that live on the surface of the hair and kind of create this protective shield from outside moisture so that you're getting less frizz. All right, now that we know about the Tribond shampoo and the 2 different treatment masks that you use as a base, and then we've covered the 5 different ranges in Fibre Clinix, let's talk about how you truly customize a service for your client. How does it work? Well, in this bowl, I have 25 grams of the coarse Tribond treatment mask from Fibre Clinix. So you want to start, if you would shampoo your client with a Tribond shampoo, add 25 grams of your Tribond treatment mask. It's up to you. Client has fine hair, coarse hair, you pick. So you'll start with the 25 grams of the treatment mask. Now, how does it work? Imagine that each pump of a booster in the Fibre Clinix range is about 1 gram. So here's how it works. You've got 5 different ranges to choose from based on your client's specific hair needs. So let's say if your client has really damaged hair, you could do 5 pumps of the Fortify booster into your treatment mask. If her hair is really damaged, but what if my client has 2 concerns? My hair is damaged and it's a little bit dry. So I would then probably choose our Fortify range and our Hydrate range. Now, you have 5 pumps total to put into your mask. So if damage is the most important concern, do 3 pumps of your Fortify booster, and then the remaining 5, or of the 5 pumps, you would do 2 pumps of your Hydrate. So let's say my client's main concern is damage. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 pumps of my Fortify. And I love the packaging. You can kind of see like it's like a makeup It's a fun little feature. So that was our Fortify. Now our secondary concern would be moisture in the hair. So we're going to do 2 pumps of our Hydrate. 1, 2. Okay. So here we have in the bowl our 25 grams of the treatment base mask. We've got 3 pumps of the Fortify In-salon treatment booster, and then 2 pumps of the Hydrate booster. And basically you take a brush, you mix it all together. Now, I have a tip for those of you who are watching that are kind of like, okay, I see what you're doing. This is completely customizable to my client. You know, conditioning treatments in, decades past have kind of meant taking the back bar conditioner, putting it on your client, slapping a bag on their head, and then sticking them under the dryer. That's the common experience that clients expect when they're getting like a treatment or like a mask. Our advice to you as a stylist is if the client or customer or guest, however you call them, is interested in a Fibre Clinix treatment, an in-salon customized treatment, our suggestion would be measure out the mask, in the back bar or whatnot, and then take these boosters that you've got that are in-salon only and talk through your client, like, what are your main concerns? Oh, my hair is damaged and it's dry. And literally do this in front of the client so that they can see that this has been truly customized for them. Mix it up in front of them for them, and then not at the shampoo bowl, damp hair back at the chair, section by section, really work this into the hair to make sure that you've saturated all of it, and then let them sit there. If they want heat, you can totally do it, but with the technology of today, it's just not necessary anymore. Everything is gonna go in and on and do what it needs to do. You can let them know that too. I think this makes for a more justified reason for spending $25, $35, $45, however much you like to charge for customized treatments like this in the salon. Especially when you're doing it in front of them, it's for them, it's at the chair, it's not this haphazard, conditioner at the bowl, slapper under the dryer. So a really good tip or trick to make more value out of this and to show your clients that this is truly customized for them. In salon, I think we're good. If you need to, rewind back, refer the chart, and you'll get all caught up on how to work the in-salon part of Fibre Clinix. But for each respective range, we have retail for the clients to take home to support what you've done for them in the salon. So here is just one example. This is the Fortify range within Fibre Clinix. Each range will have several products in it. So Vibrancy will have several, Fortify will have several. But you see here, each range will have a regular shampoo, a conditioner, and then either a spray leave-in conditioner or specific to Fortify, this is a leave-in lotion that you would use to put through the hair. So that's the only difference here, is that the bottle that looks like a spray leave-in for Fibre Clinix is in fact a lotion. Each range will have a take-home mask that the clients can do for themselves. Now, here's where it gets kind of interesting, is that each range will have its own at-home booster. You might be asking, what's the difference? Because we had the in-salon booster, and then we have the at-home booster. The biggest difference between them is that the in-salon booster is going to be the most concentration of that technology specific to that range. So the in-salon is going to give us the most potent concentration. However, Fibre Clinix is all about being customizable. Making up words here. So if my client has damaged hair and then I need to take into consideration moisture or tame, you can retail the at-home boosters for them to intermix at home. So the at-home boosters come in all 5 ranges as well. Now, some ranges, like here, everything will have a shampoo, conditioner, either a lotion or a spray leave-in, a mask for at-home, and then an at-home booster. But some of the ranges will have new products. For example, in the Fortify range, we have the Fibre Clinix Sealed Ends. And Sealed Ends is a product that is really great for clients who have maybe like longer hair, or they just do a lot with their hair mechanically, curling irons, flat irons, blowing it out. So the sealed ends is quite easy. You would take a pea size of the fortified sealed ends into your fingers, like that's enough. And then what you would do is just kind of like work it through your hands, like so. And then, for example, if you wanted to just like kind of run it through the ends of your hair, just like this. Just kind of run it through the ends. Let that go, and basically what this will do is just kind of like seal the ends so that your hair looks really healthy from root to tip. Think of it as kind of like this temporary bandage that will make your ends look great in case you're in need of a haircut, and to make sure that they don't split even further. So we also have these at-home boosters. These are gonna be great if you've done like a Fortify treatment for them in salon, but you know, my hair is damaged and it's also really frizzy. So we've got these at-home treatments. So for this specific client, we might want to send her home with the Fortify mask, and then your client can customize with the at-home boosters. My hair is a bit frizzy, so I'm going to add the Tame into my Fortify mask. And this way your clients are essentially doing the same thing at home to maintain what you've done for them in salon. And the difference is that's great for them to maintain at home. They still won't get the highest potency of the in-salon boosters that you've done here. Think of the at-home boosters that are customizable for your clients as a means to maintain what you've done in salon. So what I want to show you here are just a few call-outs or very niche things about Fibre Clinix that are going to be really useful for you in salon. We've already discussed that the Fibre Clinix Fortify leave-in is not a spray, but a leave-in kind of lotion to make sure that we're really addressing the leave-in needs for repair for the clients who are experiencing damage. But one other thing unique within the volume range of Fibre Clinix is the volume range conditioner. Most of us expect when you put a conditioner in the palm of your hands in the shower that you're going to get some sort of creamy lotion consistency. So I mean, just to be real with everybody who's watching this, the first time I used the volume conditioner in the shower, I thought that I had accidentally picked up the shampoo. But to show you that this is the conditioner, and we want to show you the consistency of the conditioner. This is correct. What you're looking at, this kind of jelly consistency, that is the conditioner. And it is because it is such a lightweight product that we didn't want to make something very heavy. And it really makes sense when you think about a client that's looking for volume. We don't want anything that would potentially weigh the hair down. So then next up, we wanted to show you a newer product that we launched this year, or if you're watching in the future, 2023. We have the Vibrancy range, which again is for clients who have color-treated hair. We launched some neutralization products that are going to be very useful in salon. The first up is the Fibre Clinix Vibrancy range purple shampoo. And you can see here it's got some metallic foiling, and I can tell that it's the violet shampoo because of the violet label there. And so to show you the strength of that shampoo, we're going to squeeze some out onto a white tissue. And you can see how violet that violet shampoo is. And that's going to really help with clients who are maybe experiencing a little bit of yellow, or these are the kind of clients that, you know, you lighten them up to like level 500 and you've given them the iciest toner you possibly can and they still see yellow. So the Vibrancy purple shampoo is going to be really great as like a pre-toner, or in my experience, if you have clients that really hate toners, like they want that hair lightened up to like that bleached kind of raw effect. Maybe they've like sneaked a peek in the mirror and they're like, no, I don't want a toner. This is my blonde. It looks bright to me. And it's hard to let those clients walk out of the salon with that kind of raw, bleached after effect, even though they see it as brightness. So I love the idea of a violet shampoo to kind of just knock off the littlest bit of yellow that's kind of glaring. And the first thing they see when they look in the mirror is still bright blonde without that kind of raw, lifted, lightened, bleached after effect. There is some tonal refining that we get. The second great tip that I can offer you using a purple shampoo in salon is if you're doing more of these kind of fashion forward, maybe not avant-garde, but kind of more intense, vibrant colors on the cool side of things, like blues or greens. A violet shampoo on raw, lightened hair is going to give you that pre-tone so that you end up having like a more even kind of white, clear canvas to put your blues or your greens on so that you're not coming up with like weird other colors that could result from the residual yellow left in the hair. So we love a violet shampoo for that. But within the Vibrancy range, we've taken it one step further. A violet shampoo is great, but rather temporary. It's going to take the edge off of that yellow, almost immediately at the bowl right there, but then that maybe lasts a shampoo, maybe two, depending on the porosity of their hair. So what we did was we created customizable boosters. We've covered that we've got Fortify booster for damage, Vibrancy booster for longer color retention, Hydrate booster for clients that need moisture. But now we've added this additional layer of neutralizing boosters into the mix. So we've discovered what we can do for the care boosters in Fibre Clinix. You saw earlier, we had our Tribond mask that we mixed up, and we did 3 pumps of Fortify and 2 pumps of the Hydrate. Now those are care boosters that we can customize for whatever our clients' specific needs are. But we can take it now a step further. This is the mixture that we mixed up for you with the 3 pumps of Fortify, 2 pumps of Hydrate. Now, what you can do on top is either the violet neutralizing booster or the blue neutralizing booster. The blue is going to be more for clients who are looking for that anti-orange or brassiness at slightly deeper levels, like level 6 or 7, potentially 8. The violet booster is going to be great for clients that are levels 8 and above, where I'm looking to kind of get rid of that excess yellow. A couple of things to point out. The neutralizing boosters are on top of your care booster pumps. So let's recap this. We did 25 grams of our Tribond mask, coarse or fine, depending on the client. Then you do either 5 pumps of your main concern, or I can split. My hair is damaged and dry. So if my first concern is damage, I do 3 pumps of Fortify, and then 2 pumps of Hydrate for the moisture. Now if I'm damaged, dry, and brassy, I could do 3 pumps of the Fortify, 2 pumps of Hydrate, and then anywhere from 5 to 10 pumps of the neutralizing booster, whether it's blue for anti-orange or violet for anti-yellow. So we're gonna mix that up now, and we're gonna use the purple Vibrancy. We wanna show you what this looks like in the bowl. So you just twist the cap like this, and now right into the exact same bowl that we mixed earlier, we're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at that. This is kind of scary looking. If I were intending to put this on one of my really, really light blondes, I might be a little hesitant or reluctant to do that. If you look in the bowl, it's a little scary to look at. So here's what's up. I'm gonna mix this up for you. Just wanted to add a little word of advice for you. It does look like it's a little scary, like it's like this dark kind of grayish blue color, but have no fear. And here's why. The pigments that we're using in the violet neutralizing booster or the blue neutralizing booster, they appear very intense up front. But when you think about it, these pigments need to be a little intense up front because they're being diluted by the mask. They're being diluted by the care booster pumps that you're putting into the mixture. They're also being diluted by the water that already is existing in the hair because you've just shampooed it and the hair is wet. So while it does look scary, please trust the process. Don't throw it down the drain. Try a test swatch if you want. We do have other videos in our YouTube channel that are showing this in action. I promise, trust the process. It's not as intense as you think. We've even done some swatches for you so you can see the difference between raw lightened hair, 5 pumps of our Vibrancy booster, and then 10 pumps of our Vibrancy booster. So let's take a look at those now so you can see there's nothing to be scared about. I think most everybody anymore is kind of familiar with these kinds of swatches. We get them off of Amazon, nothing special. But these are the lightest swatches that they sell. So there's just the slightest tinge of yellow there. I think these are meant to mimic like that level 9, 10 kind of raw lift. So this is what that client that we've lifted them raw, and it just kind of has that underlying exposed pigment reflection. So we want to show you now, right next to it, what 5 pumps of the Vibrancy Violet Booster will do. So you can see there's a slight refinement of that violet. It's not quite as reflective, and you can see that here. Yes, there we go. It's just a slight softening of the yellow. So it's not a lot. And remember, in the bowl that we just mixed up, this is 5 pumps of the Violet Booster. Like we said, it looks intense in the bowl, but this is what I get from 5 pumps. And you can see just that slight refinement. Now we want to show you what a swatch looks like using 10 pumps. So you can see there, the 10 pumps gives us even more neutralization. And this is a perfect kind of bridge between, I did a violet shampoo that's rather temporary, and doing like a full-blown semi or demi-permanent toner. It gives us the refinement, just not with the same longevity as you would get with a semi or demi-permanent toner. Now, longevity really depends on hair porosity, but as you can see here, we have the benchmark, the 5 pumps, and the 10 pumps of the Violet Booster from the Vibrancy Fibre Clinix range. So we've seen what the neutralizing boosters can do. Just wanted to recap that within a mixture, you're going to do 25 grams of your Tribond treatment, up to 5 pumps or 5 grams of whatever care needs you have. And remember, you can intermix them, but whatever your primary care need is would be the more pumps, secondary need would be the lesser pumps. So 3 and then 2. Altogether though, 5 pumps of care. Now we said in the neutralizing boosters, you could mix 5 to 10 pumps of your violet or your blue, depending on what the color need is. But keep in mind, in total, it would be a max of 15 pumps altogether. So 10 possible pumps of your neutralizing, but always with 5 pumps of the care. Last up, in the Vibrancy range of Fibre Clinix, we have our heat protection mist. So our heat protection mist is going to do exactly that. It's going to protect against heat, whether that's from a blow dryer, a flat iron, or a curling iron. Heat protection is not a new concept in total. A lot of companies, including us, have incorporated heat protection into their products. So it is a very light mist. It lands nicely on the hair for even distribution for you to comb it through. But really, why do I need a heat protection mist? Heat protectors, when applied to the hair, whether they're a lotion or a cream or like ours is a spray, what a heat protection mist does is if this is my strand of hair, the heat protection mist will kind of wrap itself around the hair strand, and it is a first barrier that absorbs some of that initial heat from your hot tool so that all of that heat's not going onto the surface or inside of the hair strand. Nothing is ever perfect. Heat protection mist is kind of like a seatbelt, in your car. It doesn't mean if you put on your seatbelt and you drive off a cliff, you're still going to end up all good for good. The heat protection mist is exactly that. It is a seatbelt, but you don't want to crank up your hot tools to the highest degree expecting that this will save the day. They are a buffer to absorb some of that damage that is imparted by a hot tool or a blow dryer. All right, I hope we've made it clear anything and everything that you can do with Fibre Clinix, whether it is the in-salon professional side of customization or it's the ability to customize your clients' take-home products. So, in the spirit of customization, whether that is your favorite coffee drink, the food that you order, the protein powder, or vitamins that you get customized for you, we should be able to not only do this for ourselves in salon with anything and everything Fibre Clinix, but again for our clients so that they can take home and maintain what you've done for them in salon. If you're looking for more advanced education, be sure to check out our other YouTube videos on the Schwarzkopf Professional USA YouTube channel. And we have an e-academy that you can go visit through our www.schwarzkopf-professionalusa.com website. Thanks for joining us.